concealer, and a highlighter, and everything else is brand spanking new to me. I'm also going to be trying it on, so I'm going to be putting the makeup on my face all over, so you can see exactly how it looks. I do have some under eye bags and redness. This is normal for me because I am super pale. I don't tan, I don't go in the sun. And I actually really like my pale skin, so, but that's kind of what you see going on here, and some redness. It's just my pale skin. So I'm going to take this very cute headband that I recently purchased and just put my hair back. I've actually been loving these because they're such a quick hairstyle. Like if my hair is dirty or something, I just pop one of these on and that's it. I'm going to moisturize my lips, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of lip balm on. And some face cream as well. Because I washed my face and I didn't put any face cream on yet, so I'm just gonna put a little bit so my makeup has something to stick to and it's not dry. Oh yeah, that feels so good. Like a drink of water. Oh yes. So I've got a new makeup sponge. We'll see if it's any good. This is from a brand called Kasia. It's in my local drugstore. I don't know if this is. It is a Polish brand. It says Kasia Polska, or at least a European brand, but it says light and soft, cruelty-free, vegan. Let's see, it's their Japan Adventures collection, and it's this sort of triangle shape. So it looks like this. Boop, 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 boop. This actually reminds me of those like wedges that I used to use in high school. I would just buy a pack of like 30 of these sort of wedges. But back then there was no beauty sponges that you would like put in water and they would expand. But I am gonna put this in water and we're gonna see what happens. I've got my glass of water here. It's definitely pretty dense, so I don't know if I'm gonna like it. But let's see. Let's keep going. So as you guys know, I usually start with my eyes. That's what I like to start with first. And for that, I've got this little e.l.f. crease at most, and I was in a really big rush, so I don't really know my thoughts about it, and I haven't put together a look that is thought through. So that's what this looks like. These are tones that are right up my alley. So right up my alley. So I'm gonna just go ahead and try them out. The one of two things I don't have today that are new is concealer. I was trying to find a concealer from Catrice, but my drugstore actually didn't have it at all. So I'm gonna use this one from Flower Beauty as my eyeshadow primer. So let's see if the sponge does an okay job. I mean, what can I say? To me, this is extremely dense. It's not spongy and porous like a beauty blender. Beauty blender. I'm going to grab this fluffy blending brush and go for this taupey color. And just start to blend that into the crease. That is actually a perfect transition color. Oh my gosh, I love that actually. Because it's very, very light. Like it's just a very subtle sort of shade. I love this shade. I mean, this is my new favorite blending shade because it's almost barely there, which is what I love in a blending shade. I just want a teeny tiny little bit of shadow, and I want it to blend the colors together. I don't want it to overpower other colors that I put on my lid. So that is actually amazing. Okay. Next I'm gonna take this shader brush. This is from BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to go into this shade right here. And put that in my outer portion of my eyelid. I'm using this palette from Stila as my mirror because I'm not too sure if I'm blending things right just by using the viewfinder. So I'm gonna take this shade here and put it on the rest of my lid. And I kind of want to merge them together. much for my lashes. So anyway, I'm gonna start to apply this. So there's one coat. I'm going to apply a second coat. Just to build it up. So that's with 2 coats. It's pretty nice, but I felt like it doesn't build up that well with the second coat. Like, it's kind of a wet formula, so I would honestly add a third, but wait for this to dry a little bit. In the meantime, I'm gonna put on my second one on my other eye. This is 3 coats and this is 2. And I definitely think that 3 coats, 1, 2, 3 coats is the move. I feel like 3 coats got me the closest to what I typically like for my lashes. So there it is with 3 coats on each eye. It's pretty good. I mean, my benchmark is the Maybelline Colossal in the yellow tube, which is not cruelty free, so I don't love that, but it's not that good. It's not as good as the Maybelline, but it's decent. It's pretty decent. I think I'll like it more as time goes on. And it dries out a little bit in the tube. So this next thing I am so excited for. I think this is going to be the star of the show. It's the Catrice True Skin Foundation. It says True Skin Hydrating Foundation, Hyaluronic Acid, Long Wear. True Skin, but better. It says it has hyaluronic acid and watermelon seed oil. Leaves a perfectly even skin tone and a natural matte finish. Medium to high coverage with a comfortable skin feeling. So I got the shade 004 Neutral Porcelain. They did have testers. First of all, I'll say that their shade range, at least here in Poland, was very poor. They only had 4 shades. And this one and the one before it, which was a cool toned, were the 2 lightest. But the cool toned was too cool toned and the warm tone was too warm toned. So if I'm in that predicament, I prefer warm toned. I definitely appreciate that it has a bump. What I will say about Catrice foundations is that a lot of them are too dark on me. So we'll see. It's quite liquidy. So I picked up about 2 pumps. I'm just gonna dot it mostly in the center of my face. And the concealer from this line is what I was hoping to pick up as well, but they didn't have it, unfortunately. So I just opted to go with the foundation. It definitely has a slight scent. So that's something to keep in mind. It's very, very light, but it is like a bit watermelony. I think I took way too much because I can see this is definitely a more full coverage foundation here. I'm going to apply a little bit more and see how that blends. Again, this sponge is not a favorite, but it is what it is. Gosh. It does honestly look like skin. Wow. That is so pretty. Like, it still has a luminosity to it that is very healthy. Oh my gosh. I feel like it sinks into the skin, it doesn't sit on top of it. Which for me is a huge problem with foundations. I find a lot of them just sit on top of my skin and look heavy, but I honestly can say that this one, like, this one has become one with my skin. Wow. Now I'm even more bummed that I didn't get the concealer. I really wish I had the concealer. My gosh, my skin looks incredible. And I think it looks kind of youthful with this foundation too. It doesn't look like it's aging me at all. So I'm just gonna throw some concealer on. I'm gonna throw on this Flower Beauty. So this foundation actually reminds me a lot of the L'Oreal True Match foundation, which I honestly really like because I always felt like that one just gelled with my skin as opposed to sitting on top of it. I love this foundation. I think it's a new favorite. It doesn't feel sticky or anything, but it definitely takes a little bit to set. I'm going to throw some powder on. I've got this one from Miluka. I've been using it for a while, so again, it's not that new to me. So maybe that's 3 things. I'm gonna put a little bit under my eyes, a little bit under my T-zone area. Oh my gosh, I love this foundation, guys. So I've got a new blush. Well, it's new to me. It's the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Party. Look at how gorgeous this packaging is. Wow. It's just so simple but chic. Anyways, what drew me to this is the color. This shade is a very, very pale pink, which I think would go perfectly on my very pale skin tone. So that's what drew me to it, because I have a hard time finding blushes that work. A lot of them are just too dark and too pink. So I'm gonna take this brush, stipple, 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 stipple. I'm gonna pick up some of this. And apply it. It's perfect, guys. So many wins today. I love the eyeshadow, I love the foundation, and now the blush. This blush, it's just very, very understated. If you have very pale skin, do not sleep on this blush. Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Party. Oh my gosh, I love it. I am gonna go back to my little quad and pick up this shade here and line my lids. Just do a very little baby wing using this one. like that. It's very soft. It's not too harsh because it's like a black with some shimmer. I'm going to throw some mascara on my bottom lashes. I've got this highlighter from Physicians Formula. It's their butter highlighter. I've used this one before, but also not too many times, just a couple of times. But I really found that I like this applied with my fingers mostly. So I'm just gonna do a little bit on my brow bone, my cheeks. Oh yeah, I really like that. That is very pretty. Now for lips, I have two options. One is this Stila liquid lipstick, and then I have this Bare Minerals lip gloss. So I'm gonna try the liquid lipstick and see how it goes. It's kind of a nudie. I like that. Yeah, that's very nice. It's like a pinky nudie shade. It's called Sonata. Although I think it's drawing down a little bit darker. So I don't have a bronzer, but I don't honestly wear bronzer on an everyday basis. Like for me, this is a very everyday sort of